But first, changing the rules for masks. Good afternoon and thanks for joining us for 7 Action News at 5. I'm Alan Campbell. So the big question now, do we need to wear them or not? The answer? It's complicated. One day after the CDC released new guidance saying fully vaccinated people do not need to wear one indoors or even outdoors, Michigan updated its requirements. The state says if you are fully vaccinated, you do not need to wear a mask or physical distance. The updated order takes effect tomorrow morning. However, businesses can still require masks. So far, Kroger, Meijer, Michigan Court Systems, the TSA, even the Detroit Zoo will continue to require masks. All of these changes come as vaccination rates continue to increase. 55.6% of residents aged 16 and up have received at least one dose, and 43% are now fully vaccinated. Adolescents ages 12 to 15 now helping to ramp up rates. Washtenaw County says the vaccine is now available to everyone 12 and up. Today, kids were being vaccinated at Michigan Stadium. And more good news, cases continue their downward trend. The state reporting 1,700 new cases today and 34 more deaths. We have Team 7 coverage tonight of these new mask requirements and the confusion that's still out there. Let's start with 7 Action News reporter Jim Kurtzner. And Jim, the governor calls this progress, but what are people telling you?
Some would agree, Alan, but others say this mask confusion is creating more mass confusion. That includes the owner here of Ernie's Restaurant in Clinton Township. He's part of a lawsuit against the governor over her previous total COVID lockdowns.
If you've been vaccinated, there are no mask requirements. Further supports our claim that there was no reason for these lockdowns and mandates in the first place. We're confused.
Two moms with these kids spent the day at the Detroit Zoo. One of the moms says lifting the mask mandate outdoors is overdue.
Yeah, it's time for it to go. I'm not going to be like within kissing distance or super close to someone, but I'm not going to be a sheep any longer. I would like to be able to breathe. I want my kids to be able to breathe. On this nice day, a big crowd going into the zoo. The zoo will continue the mask requirement for visitors, even with the governor's change. That's to keep their staff and even the animals safe.
Some animals are also susceptible to COVID, and there isn't a vaccine for them yet. It's coming soon.
The biggest concern for many is indoors, where people who have not been vaccinated must still wear a mask, but only them. How do you know who they are for sure?
Honestly, what's confusing to me is why so many people won't get the vaccine, and so we're going to be mixed with them not wearing masks.
Another mom gets angry about where this puts people now.
I think it's ridiculous. I think that segregates everybody and it's putting people against each other.
Republicans say this is a good move by the governor. They say she needs to do more to lift limits on capacity and the number of hours restaurants, bars, banquet halls, and other businesses are still under.
These people are all going out of business and hurting it. The Walmart I was in front of today had a sign on the door saying legally they can have 892 people in the Walmart. Why can't we have 125 people, 150 people into a wedding reception?
I tried to set up an interview with the governor, lieutenant governor, or the state health department. I only got voicemail. Governor did a video on Twitter celebrating today.
The COVID-19 vaccines are a miracle of modern science, and they work to keep people safe from this deadly virus.
We're here in the Motor City. I checked with the UAW about the big three. Auto workers will still have to wear their masks on the shop floor. UAW says auto workers are not required to get the vaccine. Alan, back to you.
Yeah, still a lot more questions than answers, and I'm sure there's still more to come. All right, Jim, thanks for that live report.